All right, hi everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Runda. Just a few minutes out from today's event, which is a usual sort of distance, 52 kilometers, 560 meters of climbing. Looking like a good sized field as usual. This is a streamed race. Sorry, a ranked race. Of course it's streamed, I'm streaming it. It's also a ranked race under the RGT database ranking system. So there are points on offer, points to be gained, points to be lost. So got to make sure you finish. Otherwise you will be losing points. There's more information about the ranking system on RGT database, rgtdb.com. If you follow the link in the right description, that will take you through to the website. And there was an interview done over the weekend between Titanium Geek and Mike Swart. Check that out, look for that on YouTube. So Mike is the coder behind the website, and he goes into detail about the new ranking system and why that system was chosen and a few things about it. So yeah, it's definitely worth a listen. Right, so 90 seconds out from the start. Across to the start line then. Got the webcam still, got that on. My top on at the minute. A little bit of decency for you guys. As this race progresses, I'm sure it'll first be unzipped and then possibly off altogether. You can just about see the course profile at the bottom there. It's about 30k, a couple of little bumps in there, and then a large climb, which is about 6k overall, around about 6 or 7% with a couple of 10% spikes, then a long descent and a pretty flatish run in to the finish line. So I'll be doing what I can, stay in the pack up until that climb, try and hang on for as long as possible up that climb, and then see what we can do on the other side. Pretty knackered, my legs are pretty shot. I've done a lot of racing recently. Did the TNT Tuesday night track race last night. Races, 4 races. A couple of echelon races over the weekend, they're always tough. And a lot of races last week, so we'll see how we go. Doing it for the ranking points. Hopefully a couple of days rest. Happy today. Away we go. So let's get settled in then. My heart rate monitor's been playing up, so that's not working today. So big old pack, 50 riders then, 102 online. I've not had the best of luck in this event the last few weeks, so hopefully some better luck today. Won't go amiss. Never going to be an easy ride over 50k. An hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and a half. We can see now a bit clearer that main climb, only the very middle section is the dark red. Got some orange sections either side. Little bump here. So just going to be rolling in the group for the first 25k, watching those couple of little bumps, maybe 10k and 16k. Make sure no mistakes. Make sure we're not getting dropped at those points. So far, so good. So there's Loves, he's here. Make sure Cops is here. Eagle Cops picking up second place yesterday in the Omnium event. So Jürgen Janssens from the Pedalers team. Jury Delana. They're both solid riders. And quite a few regulars there, I can see. Ramsack. Bit hard to see all the names jumping around Virtuslo. As expected, there's a good number of Slovenian riders in the event. Hans Persson, he likes these Slovenian rides. Imagine Carneal, the Italian rider, is here somewhere. Mihal there, another regular. So yeah, good crew, strong riders. Someone jumping off the front there, stretching their legs. The wrong top on here. I have to take this off. I'm just going to heat up too much. I get the topless mic very soon. I do like this Wednesday ride in the middle of the week, a little bit longer. Usually a little bit tough if they follow in the Tuesday night track. Just provide a nice mix for the week, the short efforts on Tuesday and the longer effort. Usually with a bit of a solid climb thrown in there somewhere. Henrik Baird as well in here, also from the Pedalers team. Fairly new team on RGT. This week's winners, or last week's winners, I should say, of the team time trial event. They were second the week before that, so they're off to a very good start. Giving the Ratio Racing boys a run for their money, shaking things up a little bit. And Cibois were in third place. Great effort by them. I think they only have 4 riders in there. They always manage to be on the podium or very close to it. So jump on the Discord channel or go to the RGT DB website for more details about the weekly time trial event. Have a new course every week, custom built. You can pick whichever day and time of the week you like to suit you. Just set up the event, get everyone together, and off you go. So we're currently on week 13 of that. So weeks 11 to 18, that's season 1. The GC for those weeks, but not too late to get involved as it's done on points ranking every week. Still time to get stuck in, make a difference. So it looks like we've lost a few off this pack then, down to 48 or so. That's slow attrition for the first half of the race starting to take hold. The rider in yellow makes a little bit of a break off the front. Could be Persson or Med. The Swedish riders like the blue and yellow Vive la France kit. Their national colours, blue and yellow. Does make them quite easy to pick out in the crowd, which is nice. For some more subtle olive green to try and blend in. Quite a few orange rally kits as well. I think that's the pedalers. They wear the orange rally kit. That's Team Rally, the US continental team, who have today, I think, released a new, slightly updated kit launch. So yeah, Kenneth Vancino as well, the Belgian rider, another pedaler. So there's at least 3 of them here. Bit of a team outing. For the rally team, although they are a US continental team, they will be coming across to Europe for a few races. I think the Tour of Almira, Spanish event. And they said they were staying over this side of the pond for a bit of a training camp. About 10 minutes in. Too bad so far. Staying nicely out of trouble. That will help. A bit steeper there. Oh, 9%. Push up a bit. The top's off. It's too hot. Poor choice up top. Thanks for tuning in. for watching. If you're enjoying the commentary, some of the insight about the RGT teams, also some of the real world teams. Got a bit of a 2% drag now for a kilometre or so. This will stretch things out. I want to make sure I'm up near the front. Spread up. The target is to stay in the group until that big climb. But it's not flat up until then. A few drags, a few little short bumps. See there, it's stretching out a little bit. Got the riders up the back. If you are watching, please do put a chat comment in, keep me entertained, ask me a question. So overall, this course is a figure of 8. There is a little bit in the middle where we cross over. I think the loops are too big for us to cross past with any riders coming the other way. Always interesting courses, these Runda routes. There's still a little bit of slow climbing. 1-2% gradients. Nothing major, but just enough to spread it out and make the legs know. Got 6% section there, look. Back down to 3. That's 200 watt saving, just sat in the pack. Somewhere in the middle. Trying to be efficient, trying to get no red watts, no braking. Red watts is wasted watts. You get that if you go around a corner. That's a tight corner. That's the auto braking kicking in. Or if you're going a bit too fast, get a bit close to the rider in front, it will just slow you down a little bit. Just to say, hey, you can't just cycle through this guy. Bit of an attack on the front then, stringing it out, you can see that. We start to hit little red section coming up. Push up and over then. Couple of riders up the road. Now have faith in the pack. There we go, putting that back. Fast descent then, pretty strung out, in a line, just like you see at the pro peloton. But we are descending at 70 kilometers an hour. So you want a bit of space at that speed. So that spread things right out. So a bit of a gap from 23rd to 24th. And then it's over 100 meters back to 30th position. At 50 meters between this group and the following riders. That's selection number 1 then. You see the white dots at the bottom there, spread out. 97 riders online still. So as this is a ranked race, you do want to make sure you get to the finish. Otherwise you'll be classed as a DNF. That affects your ranking. And that's to stop people protecting their ranking. If someone's having a bad race, or doesn't look like they're going to win, you don't want a good rider quitting halfway through the race, protecting his points, because that's not fair on those other riders who were beating him. So if you enter a ranked race, you want to be committed to it. So unless there's a power failure, Make sure I finish these next 36 kilometers no matter what happens. Looks like the echelon race on Sunday. Schoolboy error, my phone battery died. I lost Bluetooth connection to my power meter 5 minutes into the race. I had to wait for my phone to come back on. Felt like an eternity. It was only a few minutes. My race was over. But I knew if I quit then I'd lose ranking points. I stuck with it. I went from 29th to 20th place. So it was worth carrying on. And in the end I gained a few ranking points because I stuck with it. Even though I knew I had to do about an hour and 40 minutes of the race on my own. I also wanted to make sure I got points for the Echelon Racing League. If I quit then I would have lost 200 points that I gained. And it's super close at the top of the community table. James Melville in first, I'm in second. Ed Bowen in third. Only 3 events left to go. 2 events left to go. 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks time. 2 stages of the Tour of America's Dairyland. I'm hoping are crit races, not long climbing races. Hey Phil, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, that's the target. That long climb, maybe on a fresh day. I'm already making excuses. But I'm up in the front, I'm up in the first 25 out of 100 riders. So that's good. See how it shakes out on that hill then. So another little selection opportunity coming up in about 1,000 meters. A little bit of red before some blue. That's always a danger zone. That's when it can get strung out and the elastic can snap. You've got to keep an eye out for those. Start to push forward here then. So then there's that little kicker. 7%, 8.9, 10%. Look at it, strung out. Oh. Look at that, all split up. Bit of a few more gaps. It means those riders that have been caught, they're having to push hard on the downhill. But the rest of us can recover a little bit. A definite gap then between 18th and 19th, 30 metres. The gap's coming down a little bit. The front of this group is pushing. We've seen an opportunity. So a couple of riders managed to get back on then. But there's a big gap from 19th to 20th. 100 metres. So that's a few more that are falling out the back. Janssen's doing his best to come back there. He's 20 metres off the back. So those little hills, thought they would be dangerous. I can't see Igor Cox in this front 20. That's a bit of a surprise. Another little 5% selector. I'm going to burn all my matches before the hill. There's the group then coming back together. One rider a bit further back. It looks like a group of 3 riders 100 metres back, and a bigger group further behind there. So we're getting a big gap there, nearly 500 metres back to 21st position. Hopefully that gap will keep growing before the climb. Give us a bit of breathing space. "500 metres up a climb like Alpe d'Huez. About a minute, I think. From memory, I remember doing all sorts of mental calculations when we were doing the Vive la France event. And we were chasing every second and watching riders ahead of us on the road but behind us in the GC, and trying to work out how hard do you have to push. I think a 9 to 10% gradient. If someone's, I mean, it's 250 metres at the minute. That sounds a bit better. That sounds more realistic. Or boxer with a big attack then off the front. Wow, he's absolutely flying. The huge attack, 50 metres he just put into us there. But no one's gone with. quite early before the climb. Not even quite halfway yet. Interesting tactic. And that was a big effort. That was 7-8 watts a kilo. 20-30 seconds. That's definitely a match that he's burnt. The thing is now he's got to keep that up, otherwise you can see him just up the road there. You know, he's not out of sight. This group will just start reeling him back, and all that energy has been wasted, because he'll be no further along the road than the rest of us. Little gap there just forming. Just between 12th and 13th, but it's come back together. The riders have responded. Quite 100 metres ahead, and now this group is starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Masland in second place there, over 5 watts a kilo. Just helping to act as a bit of a mouse for this pack to chase. A few more riders start jumping across then. That's just going to bring Bogser back into the group. So it looks like that group of 3 that was 100 metres behind us have managed to get back on. See Jürgen Janssen back in the mix. So good effort by those 3. And there's one ride at 370 metres. And the next ride is 650 metres back. So front group of 20 then. 21, feeling loves there. Just pushing to get back in. What we got at the front then? 2 riders just off the front. No distance at all now. 40 metres maybe. The gradient starts to pick up. 1.8%. But it is quite a long climb all the way to the top. Oh, getting warm. Cheers, Scott. Yeah, better than sometimes it has been on the Runda. Just got to stick with it over this climb. Doesn't feel like we're smashing it too hard just yet. There are a couple of 10% sections, but mostly it's 6 to 7%. There we go, look, bogs are even. It's been caught, it's all come back. So that big effort counts for nothing. I'm not even sure we lost any riders off the back. And sometimes it's a big attack like that. It caused a split, but no one responded. I guess we're going to be on top of that cliff in a minute. Now box is 25 meters out the back then. It's blown up. There's one of those 10% sections. Have a good ride, Scott. Good luck. Come on, why am I braking? Come on. That was frustrating, wasted watts. Oh, tough climb. Not too bad. Currently fighting for 8. So back climbing again then. So a little group of 5 then, that's good for the downhill and the flat. Still 20k to go after this next little bump. Nice feeling it, just want to make sure I've got some breathing room so that I'm not dropped. The Janssens can come back. So it looks like we're pulling away now. Come on, Ken, get back on. So the front 2 of Loves and Jury Delana. And there's a group, 3rd to 7th. About 400 metres ahead of us. So it'll be 3 versus 5, and they're chasing the front 2. Going to be tough. It's going out now because they're on the downhill. Come on, guys, we need to make ground on the uphills. Long descent. And it's going to be about 12k TTT to try and get it back. Fast descent then, come on. Nice straight roads. Push out of those sharp bends. That's it, rotate, that's it. Get that slingshot. Keep that speed high. So, Bratkovic, Kenneth Fanzina, myself, 600 meters to gain. Could have been better with Naslund and Janssens, but they're 200 meters back now. +3 then will be top 10, as long as we don't get caught. Pretty good out of 102 starters. Be happy with that. There's an outside chance, getting that 3rd podium position. We ride our skins out for the last 13.1k. Fish. It looks like Jury's fallen back into that 2nd group then, and Loves, they've been caught. It's come back together. It's a bad sign for us. 7 versus 3. The pace might slow now, no one wanting to do the work. They're not chasing anyone. They might feel comfortable. They might not put down too much effort on the front. We will be gunning. There's still a good 20 minutes of riding then. We reach the bottom of the descent. We're 400 meters back. They just hit that little climb. Here we are then, not far behind. not, has come from nowhere to join this group. There he is. Where did he come from? So 7 versus 4 now then. A couple of big turns each. Time to go. That gap's going out then. Struggling to make headway. I need now the couple of riders to fall off the back of that front group and get isolated. Might catch 1 or 2 riders that are on their own. Front grip looks like it's motoring. And Hart is gone again. Look at him. Ooh. Now he wants to put the effort in. What's the point? Oh. Whether that was just a sighter for the finish line, maybe. Looks like our little group's pretty comfortable now then. Not going to catch the front. I don't think we're going to get caught from behind. $7K to go, that's about 10 minutes. Oh. We should be comfortably inside 1 hour 20 today. Been an interesting ride. It broke up early. Pretty small front group. I maybe could have just stayed. There was a point when it was 40 meters to the group ahead. I was feeling a bit pressure. I probably could have made it across and stayed with them over the top. But this will be better than last week. I think I was about 15th or 16th. The week before I was 26th. So top 10 on the Runda. Got to be happy with that. It's a good result, really. difficult to try and get people to work together. If we could, you know, us four, we could have worked together better. Maybe we could have closed that gap sooner. So there, look, Loves is 100 metres off the back of that front group. We've got 5k. If we've been pushing on, we could be fighting for 7th now. And we sort of sat up. We want to work for each other. Outside chance we might catch him. With the ranking, every position counts. Into close. Gone back out a little bit. That's it, use the group momentum. I don't think it's going to happen. No urgency on the front of this group. We should be at 5. So inside 2k to go. Oh. Oh. Right. Stupid hairpin. Don't put a hairpin 75 metres from the finish line, come on. Ah. Oh well, ninth. That's all right. Oh, ninth out of 102. I don't know. I'll take that. That's a decent result in the end. Maybe could have grabbed 8. Well, cheers for tuning in, guys. Thanks a lot. See what that's done for my overall ranking then. But yeah, I really enjoyed that race overall. Usually works out as a bit of a cruise to start with. Bit of a tough climb, quick breather, and then a TTT at the end. So yeah, so good workout that. Bit of everything. So there were 111 sign-ups. 3.6 average watts per kilo for that. Not bad for 80 minutes. Let's have a little look at the stats then. There we go. Wow, 1,241 watts max power at the end there. I did drop a couple gears and just try to spin it out nice and quick to try and gain in that last 70 meters. I think quite got one place, but not quite the other. Yeah, 0.007 thousandths of a second between myself and Doug Hart there. Doug Hart, he came out of nowhere from that climb. He must have absolutely nailed it down the descent. Well, cheers, guys. I will catch you again later in the week. Remember, check out the Echelon Racing League Pro Series this weekend. I'll be racing on the Saturday, trying to win again after winning on the Indy Crit circuit in the community race. It'll be a slightly harder competition, all the pro teams, but looking forward to it. All right, have a good week, guys, with your racing, and I will catch you again soon.